YouTube. This is Sam here. First and foremost, I just want to say that I apologize for my little hiatus. It wasn't planned, that's for sure. So I don't want you guys to think that I forgot about y'all or that I lost interest in making YouTube videos, because that is not what happened. I got kind of occupied with school and recruiting. A couple weeks ago, I went through my first week of just straight networking events. They tired me out, but I think I did a pretty good job considering the fact that I'm not exactly the best networker as you guys would expect. After networking was over that week, I was so relieved. I just went into my room and I did nothing. And that same night, my laptop crashed, which partly contributes to why I didn't make a video. I did have a backup laptop, so if I really wanted to, I could have filmed a video. And then the very next morning, I caught the flu, and that was horrible, and I was basically incapacitated for like a week. It was the worst time in the world to get sick. There was so much I needed to do for school and other things, and I just rested in bed all day for like 4 days, skipped a couple of classes because I had to. And honestly, guys, like, I could have filmed a video at that time too, but I don't think you all would have appreciated my snotty, congested, disgusting looking face and my voice on camera. So that was probably for the better. Fortunately, however, I've kind of gone over the most stressful part. Well, not the most stressful part of the school year. That's yet to come. But I thought I recovered from the flu. I had been healthy for like a week, and I fixed my laptop. It's right here. Look, I fixed it. It just made me appreciate how much I need my laptop to do things, and made me appreciate technology even more than what I already had appreciated it for. And just this morning, unfortunately, I woke up with a scratchy throat, and I don't feel that good right now. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, so let's hope, guys. This is actually episode 3 of Ask a Stutterer, and I got this topic from a recent speech therapy session of mine. I have been talking to Ashley, aka Remember This 1992, and we had kind of been talking about the use of prescription drugs for the treatment of stuttering. And before I kind of get into the topic, let me just go out and say that there isn't anything specifically for stuttering. There's not a medication out there that's aimed specifically at stuttering. There are a few things that can kind of reduce your anxiety, reduce your heart rate, just things that help you speak, but I mean, there isn't a cure for stuttering. And like I said, I've been talking to Ashley, and she recently saw a neurologist, and she got prescribed 2 medications. I forgot what they were called because they have some complex names. But like I said before, they were mainly just to help with anxiety and stuff like that. So she's been kind of filling me in on how things have been going with that. If you guys want to know more information or anything else in specific that happened to her, be sure to check out her channel. I gave her a shout out before, but again, if you guys haven't at least checked out her channel, I recommend that you do that right now. She's one of the more active stuttering YouTube channels on the internet, so I think that's cool. And during speech therapy, we got into this huge discussion about prescription drugs and other types of medication, like self-medication and stuff like that. And a question was posed by my speech therapist, and the question was, if there was a stuttering treatment out there that could possibly eliminate my stuttering, would I take it? Or not possibly, but if it could eliminate my stuttering, would I take it? And this was actually a harder question than what I thought it would be. My initial thought was like, heck yeah, I would take that in a heartbeat, just because stuttering has given a lot of negativities in my life, and I feel like I just want to fit in with society and be fluent like everyone else, well, the 99% of the population that is fluent. And those were my initial thoughts. But then I thought about it a bit longer, and I had to really look inside myself and kind of figure out my identity. And I just had to realize that my identity isn't being a stutterer. I'm just a person. I'm just a normal person, because to label me as a stutterer is kind of like labeling me apart from everyone else in society, and I don't think I'm any more different than anyone else. I'm your average college kid. I go to school. I like the things that fluent people like. I'm into a lot of interests that fluent people like. So I don't think I should be separated or classified as anything else than that. And I just happen to stutter. And then I really had to ask myself if stuttering now, at the point in my life now, is really that bad. And being in the place I am now, after having gone through speech therapy, well, I'm still going through it, but after finally getting back into the swing of speech therapy and being a member of the National Stuttering Association, is stuttering really that negative now? And my answer to that was no. I mean, I've learned to live with who I am as a stutterer. I've learned to kind of embrace my stuttering, be more open, be more accepting about it. And it's honestly like turned my life around. Not stuttering per se, but just like the overall acceptance and embrace of my stuttering and who I am as a stutterer. I say this a lot. It's kind of cliche, but I like this line a lot. And that is that stuttering is a part of who I am, but it's not who I am. And to be honest, I can't even picture who I would be if I was not a stutterer. I don't know if I would have the same friends I have. I don't know if I would be the same person I am. I don't even know if I'd be like at the same school I am right now, studying accounting. I have no idea. And I'm happy with where I am, and I think stuttering has contributed to get me to this point of where I am right now. So I don't think I would need to eliminate it. Another thing that kind of came up was side effects. I know Ashley, when she talked to me, she said that her prescription drugs were supposed to make her really tired, and she was kind of scared about that. And yeah, a lot of medications have the advertised side effects and stuff like that, but we don't really know the side effects of medication, and we might never know until years down the line. And I don't know if I would take that risk just to kind of make me more fluent. Again, I just want to put this disclaimer out there. Not every stutterer is going to have the same opinion as me. There are obviously a lot of other people who stutter who might not be at the stage I am, where I'm accepting of my stuttering. So I'm not saying that if anything ever comes out on the market to not take it because it ruins your identity. If stuttering has just extremely negatively affected your life and you just want a way to alleviate that problem, then I'm not going to judge any stutterer that decides to go get prescription drugs or anything like that. It definitely varies on the person. Like I said, it varies on the stage of the stutter where they're at with the comfortability of their stuttering. And to be honest, I think if you had asked me this like this August, I would have probably told you, heck yeah, I would have taken that opportunity in a heartbeat. And it's just kind of funny to kind of like keep track of my progression and how like my opinion on stuttering has completely taken a 180 in the other direction, and I love it. I like the point where I am right now. I know I'm kind of repeating a lot of what I have been saying, but I'm trying to do this off the top of my head, so please excuse me. And there was actually what I found out from Ashley, as well as an article that I had to read for speech therapy. There was actually a prescription drug that was specifically going to combat stuttering, and it was in the clinical testing phase. I think it got to the 3rd phase of testing, and Ashley was actually supposed to be on that the group of people that were going to test it out, but it lost funding. And this drug was called Pagaclone. I don't know if any of you guys have heard about it. But yeah, I just thought that's kind of interesting. And that's basically all I wanted to say, guys. So I guess to recap, for myself, would I take a prescription drug knowing it could eliminate my stuttering? It sounds very appealing, don't get me wrong, but I don't think I need to. No, would I? That's a more complex question, or a more complex answer. And again, it varies on who the stutterer is and how they feel about themselves. So I hope I don't get a lot of controversial hate on this video. But I would love to hear all of you guys' opinions. Again, you don't have to be a stutterer to comment on my videos. Obviously, your viewpoints might not be comprehensive as those of us who do live with this condition, but I mean, I would love and I would appreciate any feedback. So yeah, guys, until next time, I will see you later. Please keep me in your thoughts. I really don't want to get sick again, so like I said, expect more videos.